Welcome to the court. This is Acker at basketball.
Mm-hmm. Always tougher when you're on the road.
Of course.
The
Yes.
team that saw that firsthand this week was Stetson when they went to Western Carolina, lost 76-65 in that one. A game where I think some things were clicking for them. They started to kind of figure it out a little bit. Sean Morgan stepped up big in both games this week, as did Colin Cool. Stetson did end up getting the win at home, 64-60. Weren't able to watch that game because we were in Spartanburg, live tracking what was going on with Wofford UNF, but great to see an actual game where they provided some good defensive insurance there.
Exactly.
Where it was able to hold Howard to under 30% shooting from the floor, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah.
Much needed in that kind of victory. We don't say that very often for a Sun, right?
Oh,
This
33% shooting. That's what it was.
Nice.
For Stetson.
Very good.
Yes.
And Chope had, I think, 6 and 6. So it was a nice game on a reserve role there for Matar.
Yeah.
So
What do they got upcoming for this week, though?
Yeah, I was gonna before we go to that. Just 5 games for Stetson so far. 4 times they've had different leading scorer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of that's a good sign of it can come from anywhere for them. And Calvin Sermons, Bobo, second in the conference in assists per game. So he's just the straw.
We were excited about him.
Yeah,
coming
he's still showing it. We talked about it last time. I think he's still showing it that he really can create lots of different environments.
Yes. Who's first? Is it Teo?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's first by about I think 1 assist more per game.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're both dynamic. Very, very, very good creators that we've got that came to the conference this year.
Right. Okay.
Upcoming though.
Yes. All right. So they play VMI 3-3.
Yes.
It comes to both games actually at home games for the Hatters. VMI 3-3, and then Wright State at 2-3 come in later in the week. Let's lead off with you this time.
I got them 0-2 for this upcoming week. Would you like me to give my
rip through
away?
it. Yes, I like this.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So Stetson and Jacksonville both lost to Miami. Jacksonville did lose 86-69. Stetson 102-61. And while Stetson did show defensive prowess in that game against Howard that we just talked about, similar to FGCU from earlier, I want them to kind of prove that they can do it in more than one game before I'm really able to give them their flowers on the defensive end.
Before. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Jacksonville proved that they do have defensive capabilities. As I mentioned, they went in, stole a game in VMI to end up being held them to a very, very, very low scoring from what they're used to. Stetson obviously hasn't, outside of Howard, which Howard isn't a very high-scoring team in general. They haven't really proven that they can limit a team in the same way Jacksonville did when they stole that win against VMI. That's why I'm going to end up going with VMI for the W here in this one.
Okay.
For the win for Wright State, this one was really hard for me to decide between. Wright State has lost to Toledo, who lost to Marshall by 12, and they also... Toledo, I'm talking about here, lost to Kent State by 4 in overtime.
Right.
Kent State did just wallop EKU, as I mentioned, who I think EKU is a way better team than Stetson. Yeah. However, Wright State averages more steals, assists, blocks per game compared to Stetson. It's those things away from the ball that I think are going to carry them over.
Yep.
And that's why I'm going with an 0-2 week for Stetson.
Yep.
How about you? What do you got?
So I said 1-1. I'm predicting 1-1. I think for the VMI game, to me that's the loss. Because VMI scores through the 3-point line. I don't know that Stetson can defend that well enough. So that's why I picked VMI to win that game. I'm going with a win against Wright State. I want to see Stetson now evolve into. Let's have 4 or 5 scorers. Get double digits. Have someone get 20, other than Jr.
J.R. Leonard.
No, not. I'm sorry.
And Jamie Phillips.
Jamie Phillips. Sorry, drew a blank there. Other than Jamie Phillips, I think he's the only one that scored 20.
I believe you're right.
Right,
when
so
it
I wanna
comes to
see,
that. There have been guys that have come close, but
Right.
haven't quite been able to get over 20 quite yet.
Right. So Wright State doesn't shoot threes a lot. They shoot it well, but they don't shoot threes much. So again, I think that fits the defensive end better. I just think it's time for them to click offensive end, and they're going to pull a victory out in that second game.
Nice.